Assalamualaikum and good day. Today we are going to continue our lecture. Nasa chapter 2 na tayo. Pag-uusapan natin yung developing research skill. Again, this is your instructor, Adsmir LNG. Of course, under the developing skill, dapat meron tayo nitong 5 basic research skill. Una, the ability to create ideas. Of course, this is the most important part of the research. It plays it plays a crucial role um, creating a research study to generate idea, right? Then next is the ability to classify, source, and use appropriate related literature. Of course, related literature, ito naman yung magiging isang paraan upang ma-verify natin that our idea we formulated is the right idea for our research. Marami pa yung related literature. Pag konti lang yung related literature, the possibility of the idea that we formulated ay magdi-decrease. Alright? So, pag marami yung related literature, ito ay magiging isang basihan na yung research idea natin ay is more efficient and effective. And then next is the ability to develop and improve research project with a good fit in which all research phase fit together. So ito yung isang klase ng ability na kaya natin i-fit yung research phases. 'Di ba na-discuss natin yung research processes which na hindi pwedeng magkabaliktad. Start with the idea and then ends with the write up the research project. So dapat you have the ability to develop and improve that research project. Halimbawa, you already get a related studies, titingnan mo yung gap at yun ang i-improve mo with a good fit in which all research phases fit together. So yun nga, the phases of all the research dapat ay hindi siya magkakabalibaliktad. And then next is the ability to collect, analyze, and interpret data. So itong ano na to, yung ability na to, dapat yung researcher ay meron din nito. Kasi it is a part of the skill for a researcher na marunong siyang mag-collect ng data. Marunong siyang mag-analyze ng data. And of course, marunong siyang mag-interpret ng data. Kasi it is also a skill na yung pagiging part of a communication skill na meron ka as a researcher. Kasi andito yung collect. How you are going to collect a data if you don't know how to communicate, di ba? And then how you are going to process the data pag hindi ka naman marunong mag-analyze. And of course, hindi mo ma-interpret yun pag hindi ka marunong mag-analyze. That is why the ability to collect, analyze, and interpret data is also a part of a researcher's skill na meron dapat. Okay? And then next is the ability, ito na yung pang-last, to clearly write well. Yung clearly write well dito, hindi ito yung tinatawag natin na marunong magsulat na penmanship. It is a will or an skill of someone's know how to write up a research project. Ito yung kaya niya ng i-classify yung mga related study, meron na siyang idea, marunong siyang mag-develop and improve the research project, at magkakaroon siya ng ability to analyze and interpret data. So, dapat meron siyang ability na isulat yung mga yun at i-construct according to the research phases. Yan. So, next is the 5 phases of the research processes. Ito naman, or research process, ito naman yung 5 phases na dapat alam ng researcher. Una is the conception, pangalawa is the realization, third is the investigation, fourth, interpretation, and then the last one is utilization. So, bawat isa nito, mayroong kasangkapan na dapat alam ng isang researcher. At yun ang itatackle natin. Okay, so first one is the conception. So, according dito, conception, itong phases na to involves formation of ideas. So dapat as ang isang researcher ay alam on how to formulate ideas, di ba? Kaya nga conceptual framework kasi dito yung tinatawag natin na unang phase ng project. Okay? How to formulate ideas, dapat alam nyo yan. And then, statement or question may develop through constantly thinking and reflecting issues. Dapat alam mo and how you are going to build your idea. Dapat you are going to state a question. Yan. Para ma-develop at magkakaroon ka ng idea on the issue that you are going to solve. Yun. Okay? Research study and theories. Researcher focus on their research statement or question and continually revising and enhancing it by comprehending and reviewing related literature or related study. Ito yung tinatawag natin na nagre-review ka ng RRL or related study. Dapat mag-collect ka ng mga related study to your project in order for you to understand the gap between your study and the study is already published. Alam mo kung ano yung mga gaps na nangyari sa project nila. And that is the project that you are going to solve. I mean the problem that you are going to solve on your project or project design or on your research project. Right? So, nagkakaroon ka ng idea kung paano mo isosolve by reading and understanding the related literature and related studies. So dito pa lang dapat mahilig na kayo magbasa. Umpisahan nyo ng maging isang reader and researcher. Pupunta kayo ng library, titingnan nyo yung mga books doon na related sa study nyo, magbabasa kayo ng mga abstract, ano yung mga introduction, paano nila ginawa yung mga related kinolek yung related literature. Okay? So, ganun yung gagawin. Alright? So, sa madaling salita, to refine your idea, dapat umpisahan nyo ng maging hilig nyo yung pagbabasa. Alright? And then, conceptualization and reconceptualization from reviewing related literature is necessary for more comprehensive and viable research question. So, dito naman, dapat marunong kang mag-conceptualization, yung re-idea, yung parang i-review mo yung idea mo. Okay? Para malaman mo na yung idea mo is viable research, yung viable research or tinatawag natin na possible question. Okay? Lalatagan mo ng question yung idea mo. How you are going to build this one, why you are going to build this project, why it is matter, saan or ano yung mga gagamitin mo. For example, you are going to create a robot. Now, ano yung mga materials gagamitin, saan makakabili ng sensor, magkano yung gastos, ilang araw or ilang buwan gawin, ano yung mga function, and so on and so forth. Dapat you know how to construct research question. Researchers should repetitively refine the question until the theory of the research fit or satisfy the methodology of the research paper. Ayan, sabi nga dito, you should repetitively refine the question. Dapat palagi mong kinu-question. Ngayon, pag nagawa ko na tong robot na to, what will be the function? What will be the uses or the usage of then the theory of the research fit, meaning masasatisfy mo na, meaning magkakaroon ka na ng idea that your research is now fit and or satisfy the methodology of the research paper. So parang sinasabi dito na yung methodology, the method that you use in your research ay magkakaroon na ng kahulugan. Alright? Meaning it satisfied the research ideas. Next is the realization. So a research paper is about answering its research statement or question. Okay, so mahalaga po yung ano natin, yung research question or yung statement of the problem. Kasi dito sa statement of the problem or the question, ito yung magiging isang basihan pag nasagot natin yung question na binato natin sa idea natin. Ibig sabihin magkakaroon ka na ng ng introduction, magkakaroon ka na ng conclusion sa yung research kasi nga you already answered the research statement and the question. So parang masasabi mo na yung idea or the objectives of your project is talagang makakamit mo. So it should be viable research. So based on the statement or the question, magiging or malalaman mo na yung research mo is viable siya. So ibig sabihin, possible siya or attainable or it can be happen. Okay? So researcher also considers the reliability of valid information to interpret the research statement. So sinabi dito reliable. Okay? Napag-aralan na rin natin na ibig sabihin may honesty or ibig sabihin na yung the information that you take or you took from someone, it is valid or andun yung reliability. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo ginawa-gawa lang yung the information na nagkanda ka ng mga interview or nagkanda ka ng mga research strategy or yung mga problem that you're going to solve in a specific setting. So, alam mo yun. Ibig sabihin, valid siya. Hindi mo ginawa-gawa lang to interpret the research statement. So, yung research statement or the question, magsasagot yun ng mga possible na or valid information na nakuha mo dun sa gathering data. Okay? Planning and organizing is essential in working on research to keep track and completed the paper in time. So, dapat din kasama to sa methodology. Yung planning and organizing kasama sa methodology yan. It is essential in working on a research. Kasi daw, para matrack, okay, para matrack, nakalagay dito, para matrack and completed the paper in time. Kasi pag hindi mo na plan yan at hindi naka-organize yung project mo, there will be a possibility na kakapusin ka sa oras. Okay? So, dapat meron kang target time, meron kang milestone na sa ganitong araw or buwan, dapat yung phases, yung phase 2 or stage 2 ng methodology ko ay tapos na. Halimbawa, gumamit ka ng agile method. Anyway, we are going to discuss that one. Dapat alam mo, halimbawa, designing, dapat tapos ka na sa designing. You are now in the processing the project or implementing the project. So, nasa implementation ka na. So, ibig sabihin, you track and completed the paper in time. So, natatrack mo siya. Okay? Also involves identifying the source of needed data and financially prepared for travel, filed or field work, yung sinasabi natin na field work. Ito yung mga conducting survey sa mga specific area kung saan ilalagay mo yung project mo. Yung mga interviews and interpreters expenses. Anyway, sa interpreter expenses, siguro this is actually not needed na rin siguro sa atin kasi siguro alam naman natin lahat yung sa atin. Basically, hindi ka naman siguro magkakandak ng research sa mga Maguindanao or Maranao. So, there's, I think, no need na yung interpreter sa mga ano. At saka marunong naman tayo lahat magtagalog. So, hindi pag sa mga Saudi Arabia, then you need an interpreter kasi may mga tao doon na hindi talaga marunong mag-English. But I think for that one, I don't think so na kailangan pa ng interpreter expenses. So you can cancel out this one and the other research materials. So other research materials na to, kasama na dito yung mga papel, printer, kasama na rin dito yung mga kung ano-ano mang mga materials na kailangan nyo. Halimbawa, mga flash drive. Yan. And sa interview sa travel, prepared for travel, it's up to you kung magta-travel ka. Halimbawa, kung nasa Zamboanga kayong research lalagay mo, then kailangan mag-travel. But anyway, dito sa atin, mostly, magta-travel ka pero hindi naman masyadong malaki yung gastos. Gasoline lang ng motor or yung pangkain lang, snacks, mga ganun lang siguro. But it's also involved financially. Kaya nga sinabi dito na involves financially. Dapat prepared yung mga researcher to na talagang may lalabas talagang pera. Okay? So, yun. And next is the investigation. Okay? So, investigation, it is actually interpersonal skill. Sinabi dito, personal skill. Bakit? Developing in this phase where the researcher enhance their communication. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na dapat you have a communication skill. You need to communicate with people. Dapat marunong kang makipag-usap. Hindi parang it's also in the part of parang andun yung tinatawag natin ethical consideration. Di mo pwedeng kausapin lang kung saan-saan, and then you need to know how to respect the interviewee. Okay? Understanding. Dapat understanding ka rin. Pag halimbawa ayaw ng isang tao na magpa-interview, don't force them. Okay? Find another one or find way to uh, that someone will volunteer for your interview. Ganun yun. Valuing the rights or informants. Dapat you need to value the rights of the informant. Hindi mo pwedeng ikalat yung mga information nila. Pag halimbawa ayaw nilang magpa-video, hindi wag mong i-video. Pag halimbawa hindi nila pwedeng magpa-record ng boses nila, edi sulat mo lang yung sagot. You're not allowed to force someone yung talagang apakan mo yung rights ng mga informants mo pag ayaw nila, edi wag. Okay? And then, observing ethical issue. Ito yung mga ni-discuss natin na dapat you are going to consider the ethical consideration of someone. Hindi pwedeng porque ano na la siya, halimbawa, uh, ano lang, halimbawa, manlilimos lang, or sinasabi natin, yung iba kasi, mababa yung tingin nila sa mga badyaw. Pag halimbawa, badyaw yung interview, huwag mo namang itratong parang ano. You need to give them you need to observe the ethical issues. Hindi pwedeng mawala na yung galang mo sa mga sa mga informants or sa mga ini-interview mo porque ano na sila. Sa tingin mo mataas yung uh, yung sarili mo sa kanila, di ba? So you need to observe ethical issue. An interview skill is essential. Dapat marunong ka rin magbato ng mga question. Dapat marunong ka mag-interview. You do have the skill to ask someone. Okay? Hindi pwede yung tanong mo ay mas magulo pa sa pansit canton. Ganun. To be prepared and practice. So dapat may practice ka kung paano ka magtanong, mag-interview. This skill focuses on issues like preparing the right setting for the interview. Ayan. So nabanggit dito yung right setting. So ibig sabihin, yung mga ini-interview nyo, hindi nyo pwede hablutin lang sa kung saan-saan. You need to interview them properly. Maghanap kayo ng mga proper setting, mga lugar na kung saan pwede kayo mag-conduct ng interview. Halimbawa sa mga snack house, sa mga peaceful area. Hindi pwede sa gitna lang ng daan or sa mga market. Nakita mo yung interview mo dun dun sa tindahan ng isda sa palengke. Uy, mag-interview ka na doon. Hindi pwedeng ganun. You need to find way na kung saan yung interviewee mo or yung informant mo is comfortable siya. Okay? For the interview. Then making the interviewee comfortable, yun na nga, in ensuring a well-organized methodology. Yung sinasabi natin dito na well-organized methodology, handa yung mga materials na kailangan. Yung mga tanong naka-organize, hindi pwedeng okay? May mga flash drive kayong dala or recording materials. On recording the information, ayan, recording information, dapat isulat nyo rin yung sagot or i-record nyo. Pero, ask a permission, okay, before you are conducting the proceeding with the recording. Okay, you need to ask the informant or yung ini-interview mo na magre-record ka para aware naman sila na yung boses nila it's actually recorded. Yan, recording the information from interview. Okay, investigation comprises issues in gathering of information that support the research paper. So nakalagay dito is investigation comprises issues. So ibig sabihin yung investigation mo dapat talaga matackle yung issue na hinahanap mo. Hindi siya malayo sa parang kailangan mo. Yung issue dapat talagang matatakel on conducting interview. Gathering of information. In gathering of information, dapat ma-address yung issue na hinahanap mo. Okay? Or na issue na nakita mo. That support the research paper. na ibig sabihin, yung research paper mo ay magkakaroon ng saysay dahil sa issue that the information ay na-address. Okay? So, yun. Next is interpretation. Yan. So, after conducting the interview, dapat dito is the beginning, the analysis. Yan. Beginning na ng analysis. Consider important points. Yung mga important points, of course, yung mga nag-address lang sa issue. So ibig sabihin yung mga hindi nakasama doon sa research, hindi na kailangan, i-omit mo na 'yon. Huwag mo nang isama sa analysis sa data mo kasi hindi mo na kailangan. First is to conduct preliminary analysis. So mag-umpisa ka muna sa yung tinatawag natin na preliminary. Ibig sabihin parang um, trial analysis, the trial analysis or interpretation based on the review of related literature. So titingnan mo yung review of related literature and then i-analyze mo yung data na kuha mo. Okay? Ano ba? Nag-fit ba to sa problema, sa issue na hinahanap na nakita ko? Ito ba ay magiging sagot? Yung mga ganun. Okay? From all the collected data, a researcher may use a specific methodology. So, ito na, binanggit dito yung specific methodology. So, anong types of methodology na gagamitin mo to, to collect or to analyze or to collect data? In analyze of the data. Yan. In analyze of the data pala, no? Dapat alam mo anong specific methodology yung gagamitin mo to analyze data. So, kaya nga sinabi natin na yung gagamitin natin is agile. We will going to discuss this one siguro sa face-to-face. We can discuss this one. And I will create also a video presentation as a backup. And eventually, as the researcher go on with the analysis, okay, collecting further data. So, ibig sabihin pala dito, no, sa pagko-collect niya ng data, as a researcher, na dapat meron siyang specific methodology to go on with the analysis. Collecting further data than actual needed will be necessary for continuous analysis. So, dapat yung data na makollect nyo is more than you need. Dapat hindi siya kulang. Dapat sobra siya para yung mga data na hindi mo na kailangan, you can omit. At least, may mga natirang data that will fill up sa mga butas na nakita natin during the conduct of research, interview. Okay? Of the paper until the research project satisfy its objectives, hanggang sa makuha mo na yung objectives ng project mo. Okay, so this is just a theory, no, for your project design. So ibig sabihin, once your project being implemented, at least alam mo na yung objectives mo is talagang makakamit mo. It is because you already conducting yung tinatawag natin na analysis and gumamit ka ng mga specific methodology dun sa data na nag-gather mo. Okay? So, I give you an example. For example, gagawa ka ng research related to biomedicine. Okay? So, gumawa ka ng isang device. Yung device mo is yung mag-check halimbawa ng disease ng isang tao and then ilalabas niya na kung anong appropriate na medicine para sa sakit na yun. So, for collecting of all the data ng mga sakit, tapos yung mga related symptoms, tapos yung mga gamot doon, ay ilalagay mo doon sa loob ng machine na yun. Pag halimbawa nag-meet, ganito yung body temperature, ganito yung uri ng skin, ganito yung mata, ganito yung blood pressure, ganito yung then it provides, magpo-provide na siya ng sarili niyang magpo-provide na siya ng information na ito yung gamot na kailangan niya kasi nga you conduct a research and analyze the data. Okay? So, yun ang nakuha mo yung objectives kasi yung objectives mo is to display or to provide an information about the disease of someone. Okay? So, ganun yun. Next is utilization. So, yung utilization, this research develop writing skill. Ito yung pinaka-last part of the 5 phases. Yung researcher develop a writing skill. So, dapat meron kang nagsusulat ka ng mga research regularly. Kahit pa ano yan, kahit pa hindi ano yan, kahit pa journal lang or yung mga ganun, dapat you continuously writing something, okay? Para ma-develop yung skill mo on writing, okay? So ganun, regularly dapat nagda-write ka ng research or yung tinatawag natin journal or article, pwede na yun. As continually writing in reading the research paper, dapat din mahilig kang magbasa ng mga research paper. Kasi in order for you to understand the structure, okay, yung sinabi dito, the structure may change. So, ibig sabihin, alam mo yung mga structure. Kahit halimbawa, nagbago yan or you know how to change structure according to the provide by the university or by the college or your instructor. Ganun yun. Improve in will attain and good structure of a research paper. So, pag nahiligan mong magbasa, okay, makikita mo yung mga research paper ng mga na-publish na, yung mga previous related literature, magbasa ka ng magbasa. Kaya nga sabi ko, yung pagbabasa ay nakaka-increase ng yung tinatawag natin na stock knowledge. Okay? So, improve and will attain a good structure of a research paper. So, nakaka-ano yan? Nakaka-improve. Okay? So, mag-practice lang. Alright? So, that's all for the method of research under the developing skill. So, what you are going to do now, I will write an instruction na ganito, pupunta kayo ng library, maghanap kayo ng book, titingnan nyo yung introduction doon, and then i-analyze nyo kung ano yung ginawa ng author. Ano yung, na-tackle ba yung 5 phases, paano niya ginawa. Tapos titingnan nyo yung book, kukunin nyo yung shelf number, kukunin nyo yung, kasi pupuntahan ko yun, ika-counter check yun kung yun andun sa library yung books. Any kinds of books, either mathematics, kahit anong book. Okay, kahit anong book na kasi hindi pa natin i-specific kung anong book yung nyo kasi it's just a matter of understanding the 5 phases of the research process. So yun lang muna. Titingnan nyo yung kung paano nila kinonstruct yung introduction, okay? Paano nila ginawa yung idea, the concept. Okay, so yun lang muna, and then you analyze ilan yung mga related literature ginamit nila, andun sa references yun, ano-ano yung mga gaps na nakita nila. Anyway, I will write an assignment na lang siguro, and then you're going to tackle it one by one. So lahat kayo, there's no excuses. Alright? So thank you so much for attending this class, and then pag-uusapan na lang natin siguro face to face yung mga um, na na-tackle natin. Alright? So once again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.